one of the things I always ask myself, if this was the last day I had to live, what would I do? And I would give a speech. So I said, I can still speak. I'm still here. I'm 81. I can still run. So I was born to speak. This is what I do. And let me share something with you. Today's a special day for me. And we're having some difficulties technically, but let me get this in before we have another interruption. 32 years ago, I was sitting at the bedside of my mother, Mamie Brown. And I tell you, let me see here. When I think about who I am now, and this lady at 46, she decided to take Wesley and I, my twin brother, I'm on the left, he's on the right, and our birth mother out of Gainesville, Georgia, Dorothy Bell Rucker, went down to Miami. Several people wanted to adopt just one of us, but Dorothy Bell Rucker, our birth mother, said no. But Mamie Brown said, I'll take both of them. So I don't feel like I was given away, or we were given away, that we were chosen. We were chosen with love. So I called my twin brother Wesley and my sister Margaret Ann, and we were reflecting on Mama. And Margaret Ann said something that surprised me. Remember, when we were kids, sometimes we would get whippings, and Mama would say, "Go get Moses," and that was the name of the switch that she beat our behinds with. I will whoop your behind till it roke like okra. Oh my goodness! So when I reflect on her, and she raised us. And one of the worst things I hear people say, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. Mama raised us to be men. And so this is Wesley and I. And so we were talking this morning with our sister Margaret Ann. Name is Margaret Ann, but we call her Margaret Ann. And I want to share with you some thoughts that I learned from Mama. And so I want you to think about a moment in your life. I had a call from a friend of mine who I'd been training for some time, and she branched off and started doing some other stuff. She called me this morning. She said, "Listen, my son told me I should listen to you, and I want to apologize. I couldn't hear you, but I can hear you now, and I'm ready now, and I feel bad about it." I said, "Don't feel bad." She said, "Why not?" I said, I didn't do what I'm doing for 14 years. 14 years. But when my mother needed me and I had to find a way to do something that I enjoyed doing and be able to earn a living too, I decided to do this. And so, and everything you've gone through since our training and our conversation, life was saying, you got some more stories than you. She said, "I sure do." And I want to know, do you have some stories in you? I know I got some. So when I think about Mama, and on this day, she passed and went to heaven on my son John Leslie's birthday. And so it was a moment of sadness and a moment of celebration. In fact, her death overshadowed his birthday, my youngest son. And looked like I spit him out. He's now, he runs the company and he runs me too. Let me share something with that I learned from my mother. Many things, but here's one of the things that I learned as I was talking to my friend today. Let it go. Let the past go. All of us have a past. All of us have had moments in our lives when we were out of alignment with who we are. And I've had those moments. And when we're feeling guilty about who we once were, we are attacking an innocent person, because that person don't live here anymore. He doesn't live there anymore. She doesn't live there anymore. That's why Paul said, "I must die daily." So one of the most important things in this period where we are, and and to me, I'm excited because it's an incredible time. We have tools that we can use that can change our lives and change our children's lives and our grandchildren's lives and future generations. It's a different time. You think about our forefathers, they went through pure, unadulterated hell, the worst form of man's inhumanity to man in the history of the world. And they didn't have AI. They didn't have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. No. All they had was faith. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chesting rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. I want you to think about letting things go, the conversations, the limited beliefs that you had about yourself. Let it go and step into your greatness. You were born for greatness. You were chosen for this place and time and history because there's something in you that the world needs. There's something in you that I need, something in me that you need. We're all we got and we're all we need. And so on this day, as I celebrate the life of my mother passing, and now she's with my other mother who gave birth to me, Dorothy Bell. They're in heaven. I know Mama Mamie Brown has baked Dorothy Bell the sweet potato pie, my birth mother, and my nephew, Wes Jr., and my best friend, Boo, this thing called life. I think we really should have some kind of training and orientation of the impermanence of life, that we're all going to go. Nobody's figured out how to get out alive. And here's what I know. At 81, here's what I know. We were born to live, not to survive, to live. We were born to serve. The greatest among you will be your servant. We were born to discover who we are, where we're going, what it is we have, and how do we begin to make it happen. And the way that we make it happen, we let the past go. We focus on our talents, abilities, and skills, and the next greatest version of ourselves, and focus our time and energy on doing what matters. That's what we do. This is your moment. This is your time. And no matter what life has thrown in you, and no matter all of the mistakes that you've made in the past, I've made so many, I can't even remember them. This Les Brown, I didn't know he was here. But there's somebody who saw it, who saw this in me. And sometimes we need someone in our lives who will believe in us until our belief kicks in. And the impetus of my mother's transition, of her going, and I'm saying to her when I held her lifeless hand, Mama, I will make you proud. Mama, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And even after she took her last breath, I remember a tear coming out left corner of her eye. She looked in the distance. And I held her hand till Range Funeral Home came to get her body. I sat there and I held her hand and I talked to her. What made you? You never had any children. Why did you decide that you wanted to share your life with me and Wesley and Margaret Ann and Sharon and Linda and Angelo and Leonard? What made you decide at 46 that you're going to raise 7 children you didn't give birth to? And I think that what made her decide to do that, even at 46, what a lot of people think that they're too old, is that she felt it in her heart. What's in your heart? Rob the cemetery of what's in your heart. What's in your heart? Don't ask yourself how. How is none of your business. That's God's business. What's in your heart? Let the limited mindset that you have go. Don't worry about your past mistakes and your failures. Let all that go and go forth. And do what you can with what you have right now. That's what I did. When everybody told me, oh, you don't have any college training. Oh, you never worked for a major corporation. Why don't you be practical and realistic? Are you crazy? Les Brown from Overtown, Douglas Elementary School, Booker T. Washington High School. You talking about becoming a global voice? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Listen to me. Sometimes you got to be out of your mind. Let that mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Sometimes you need another mind in you because the mind that you have now, given to you by the world, does not serve you. You were born for greatness. You were chosen for this time in history. You're here because of God's grace and mercy, no matter how you showed up. So it's 12:15. I know y'all don't have a long attention span, so I want to leave this with you. Focus on what matters. As Mamie Brown would say, first of all, happy birthday, Mama. Do good. I remember asking Mama, why? Now, mind you, I'm raised in the segregated South. Why do they hate us so much? I remember Mama said, and this governs my life to this day. She said, I don't know, but don't you be like them. Whoa. I don't know why they hate us. I don't know why they treat us like they treat us. I don't know, son, but don't you be like them. Mama lived from a place of love. God is love, and he who dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in them. Live your life from a place of love. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Happy birthday, Mama. To God be the glory.